Welcome to the Movers Resource Guide podcast, connecting you with the resources you need to create success. We chat with the best vendors, associations, mentors, movers, and more, giving you the information you need to make your moving company the best it can be. I'm your host, Brian Hassan, CEO of Wayfinder Moving in Buffalo, New York, and the president of the New York State Movers and Warehousemen's Association. Today, we're going to talk about the Dispatchers Conference coming up next month. It's going to be a lot of fun, and our guests are the planners for the conference, or some of them anyway, Emily Leonard with DN Van Lines, Chuck Bailey with Cornerstone Moving, and Brittany Brooks with Cornerstone Moving. We tell you all the fun things they have in store for us for the Dispatchers Conference. They've done a wonderful job planning it. You don't want to miss this one. You want to know exactly what's going to happen. And I promise you, if you haven't signed up yet, by the end of the podcast, you will. Well, I hope you enjoy. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, everyone, welcome to the Movers Resource Guide podcast. Really excited about today. We get to talk about the fun stuff in the industry, the Dispatchers Conferences, but specifically the Dispatchers Conference, which is coming up next month, right? So we just wanted to give you all a teaser of what's going to be happening, why you should attend, and for those of you who have already signed up, what we got in line for you. So super happy to have you guys here. How is everyone doing today?
Very good.
Amazing.
Excellent.
Yes, so good.
Fantastic.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So, all right. So we've got a bunch of stuff on tap from learning sessions and parties and events and excursions and all the things. So let's dive in real quick here. I'm going to start off with Chuck, and we're kicking off the start of Dispatchers with a little bit different twist than we've had before. We're going to get some ROI here and do some learning sessions. So Chuck, what do you have in store on the learning session side?
So Brian, first of all, I appreciate you having us on this podcast. I'm excited about the younger generation that's involved in dispatchers. You know, for years and years, 30 years, 40 years, Dispatchers has been just a networking get-together party for the upper management and the leadership of moving and storage companies. And the younger generation has decided that, to offer a return on investment, a better value, that we need to kick this off with some learning sessions. We reached out to an association in our industry, the International Association of Movers. Their domestic asset-based group, which is moving and storage companies that own assets, trucks and warehouses. And they partnered with us to put this dispatchers meeting on in Fort Lauderdale. And we're going to start it with two learning sessions, one the afternoon of Wednesday, and then one the morning of Thursday before the open reception Thursday night. And, we're basically focusing on a couple things. The first one is attack your challenges. Just a little teaser on that. What are your challenges? Is it retaining somebody? Is it marketing and sales? Is it social media? What are you struggling with? The second day, we're going to talk about, your margins and how do you increase your profits? So how do you do that? How do you influence it? You can influence that through training. And the International Association of Movers has some programs that will strengthen your knowledge to help you improve your company and the operations. And then, we all do work and we want to get paid. So how are we going to get paid? And who's going to help us with that? And how do we make sure that we collect our money timely? Anyway, I'm excited about that. I think it's going to be good for the industry. Some more things we may talk about in those learning sessions is uniting the group, bringing the independent movers and bringing our industry together. There are so many things out there that I think a lot of people aren't familiar with. i.e., the same dates that we're having our get together. There's another moving company get together in Tampa called Titan Retreat. There's in February 24th. There's a online movers conference, and those are the things that I don't think we ought to be doing things separately. I think we ought to bring our industry together and unite as a group because we're all trying to increase our market share, increase our networking, and increase the work we do. So anyway, I'm excited about the learning sessions. Mark Chesser with Concert will be handling the first day. I will be handling the second day, and that'll start the meeting off with some ROI, and then we'll go have some fun.
So I appreciate you doing a little precursor to what the Dispatchers is previously and what it is now. And I do like that you guys have decided to offer some learning sessions, and that's not going to be for everybody, right? But how you guys structured it in is really cool because it's like, okay, if you're into that and you want to go to those, come on Wednesday and Wednesday and Thursday morning, you can do that. You can get that ROI, right? But if you're not into that and that turns you off for whatever reason, all right, fine. Come in on Thursday and start as normal with the welcome reception.
And really on that, Brian, if you're not interested in learning sessions, okay.
Yeah.
In our industry, we all know networking is a big part of our success. So just meeting people and talking to people and working together with people, helps our companies grow.
100%. And I've said this before. It took me a long time to go and sign up for this conference because I was told it was just a big party, and I was, I'm not much of a drinker or anything. I was like, well, what do I want to go for? Well, the first time I went, I was like, I should have done this a lot sooner. So, because the networking is the best in the industry at this conference.
And believe it or not, the learning sessions sold out the quickest out of all of the other events. So our industry is evolving and it's changing, and the younger generation is taking it by storm, and they are just looking for all of the knowledge to soak it up. They are so thirsty. And so it was we were apprehensive. We're like, we don't know how many people are going to come. And we were overwhelmed with people wanting us to keep opening the amount of attendance to that event. So it's really exciting to see everybody really wanting to learn and just totally just soak it all in. So it was really cool to see.
So we're really just telling you about these learning sessions to tease you because it's already sold out. And so next year, maybe you should sign up earlier. But so now from there, I talked about it a second. We roll into the Thursday night welcome reception. So Emily, why don't you let us know what you guys have in store for that?
So we have amazing evening planned there at our convention center. We will have our normal meeting. And the infamous Dan Bradley will take it as he always does, which will be great. He's such a ball full of knowledge. So we're really excited to hear about where we are in the industry and what we're looking forward to in the next year. Also, while piggybacking off of that, if there's anybody that's looking to host it next year, please reach out to me and Brittany. We are looking to gather people to kind of announce it at the meeting. Historically, that's kind of what happens. So it'll be hard to top this one because it's pretty awesome this year. That's for sure. Right, Brittany?
Oh, yeah.
So getting into the opening reception, it's going to be really cool. It's outside, beachside. We have some really cool events. In Macon last year, there was a shark or a bull. This year, we have a mechanical shark. We have some pretty cool videos from all of the industry heads, including our good old friend Dan Bradley, riding on the bull last year. So maybe we'll get him on the shark this year. We have some axe throwing. We have a photo booth. We have karaoke. We have the silent auction with Jane Carroll for ALS. So that's really interesting and really exciting. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of mixers. We're going to have some frozen drinks for everybody to enjoy, and it's going to be great. It's going to be super fun. Beachside. I'm trying to see how many people are going to make it into the ocean at night. That'll be kind of fun. Watch out for the turtles. But it'll be great. It'll be great. Like, we're really excited. This team put together a very, very fun event to include some vendors that will be spaced out at our event during the cocktail hour. that have such good product to offer our industry. And I'm really hoping that everybody takes time and goes to their table and chit chats with them, because they are just as impactful as the movers. They're what helps us keep our business running. So it'll be super cool to see everybody kind of get together and, great.
Yeah, and I like that too, because the vendors we have a lot of good vendors in this industry
Yeah, we
that are a
do.
lot of fun
We
to
still
hang
do.
out with. Yeah, so
And they become family. Like
for sure.
my packaging people come here and visit me and bring me surprises and hug me, and like they're family. It's family. It's you need them. It's not just your mover friends. Like you need your good people. And we have great people in this industry. It's super great.
It's a really good point you bring up. And I was thinking, as you were talking about the Welcome Conference, I'm like feeling happy and all of that. And I think to that, and maybe you guys feel the same way, maybe you don't, but particularly with this conference, it's exciting because it starts with that opening cocktail hour and everybody's so friendly. And it's like, you haven't seen some people for a while that you're going to see. And it's exciting. It's like, man, all right, yeah, they're here. Oh, this is going to be a fun weekend. And it's just really cool to see the people you haven't seen for a while.
Yeah, no, it's going to be great. It's going to be epic. The way that it's set up on the outside terrace is beautiful. Like it's beautiful. And the ocean is your backdrop. Like you couldn't ask for a more magical moment. Like it's going to be great. It's going to be great. And with some of your best friends, it's going to be something great.
So you just mentioned a little bit. Is it turtle season? Like turtle nesting season? Is it right?
Yeah. So we can't have like bright lights, and it's the ambient light. So it's going to be like a little like fancy little outside party.
But that's still pretty cool though. Like I haven't seen that. So that would be fun to see.
I agree.
All right, cool. So we got through the opening night. I think next on the schedule, we'll go to, is it Brittany? What do we got? So that would be Thursday night. So what do we have in store Friday?
Yeah, so Friday, and I'm going to tease a little bit of Saturday, just a little bit too, for the two. But I'm glad that you also, Emily, mentioned the vendors and Chuck's on here. So I just want to take a moment too. This convention, dispatchers in general, is supported by so many of us agencies and our supplier and vendor network. And it's not able to be this level of exciting and fun without the support of all of, like Emily said, some of our closest friends in the industry. So we're so proud to have Chuck and Cornerstone's team, co-hosting it with Mark, myself, and the concert team. But, like Emily, it's just not able to be done without this kind of excitement. So it's going to be a really, really great event, just to put that out there. But Brian, you made a comment too about not going before because you may not be a big drinker. And that's something that we've always been conscious of as well, is coming to Florida and coming to the beach. We want to make sure that there's activities for everyone. Some people will be bringing their plus ones. Some people bring their whole families. So we've got 3 different activities that you can do as well to continue the bonding, to continue the networking, like-minded people. So we've got a golfing activity that'll take place. We have an Everglade airboat excursion that's really exciting with some afterboat surprises. And then we also have deep sea fishing, which is just super popular and super fun. So those 3 activities are available for add-on, and those tend to sell out really fast as well. And it's just a chance to network with common goals and maybe try something new you've never done before, right? So enjoy Florida sunshine, enjoy the water activities, or get on the golf course and just have some fun with your fellow peers. So we've got those 3 things kind of going on Friday and Saturday as well, dabbled throughout. So lots of networking opportunities.
Yeah, for sure. I will not be partaking in the deep sea fishing because I get motion sick. So
golf for Brian. Got it.
Segueing into that means you can go to the pool party on Saturday, which is going to be amazing. No motion sickness there.
No. And I will be at the pool party because we will be doing this podcast live there.
Yes,
thank
we
you,
will.
everyone. So we will be interviewing some people live at the pool party. All right. Well, we got there. So let's talk about the pool party. So we've got this great pool party planned. Tell us all about that.
So we have 5 cabanas all nestled by the pool, reserved for a good portion of Saturday. as well as 5 beachside, those like cool cabana beds as well for our people, and chairs kind of surrounding. We're going to have drinks, food, music, vendors that want to come over, and just camaraderie. It's going to be great. People are going to be relaxed, hanging out, talking and dealing, and it'll just be great. It'll be great.
Yeah. I wonder how many people we're going to convince to not be at the pool that are not part of our group.
That's where we make more friends, right? There's always customers out there for all of us.
So Friday, pretty much, I know the pool party's on Saturday, but Friday this is your networking day, right? So we have some events planned or some excursions planned, but there's really no formal meetings or anything else on that day. You're just wide open to meet, network, have fun, all of that.
Yeah.
Right?
The beauty behind that too, Brian, is, people are coming in from out of town or out of state, and they want a chance to go to maybe a dinner. Fort Lauderdale offers amazing restaurants that are close by, or a very short Uber ride away from the hotel. So it's a great opportunity too, if you wanted to go to a smaller dinner or networking with some maybe individuals differently. This is kind of that day for you. There have been attendees in the past who do something with their team, right? A team building, or maybe you do some shopping. We've had ladies get together and do some daytime shopping on that day. So it's just really a chance to, again, network in a different opportunity to make this convention yours and to fill it with what you think you're going to get the most out of. So if you don't want to sit at the bar all day like some of us, and you want to do something a little different, you have that opportunity.
Yeah, no, that's once again, moving back, that's where it was like, well, why do I want to go if there's nothing scheduled? But the quality of the networking and the relationships you build, and you have the time to build them here, because it's structured in that you have that time. So that's really
and I'm
cool.
going to plug, we have Apple Moving was gracious enough to build the app for us again this year. So they built it 2 years ago when we were in Clearwater. And so if you are registered, make sure you download the app. It is free to download, but it's got everyone who is registered and also everyone who's attending events. So which is great, Brian, is you have this proactive time too, that you can start picking and choosing if you want to spend some quality time with different people and start pre-planning a lunch with somebody or a networking opportunity. Because again, we've put it into the schedule for you to kind of fill it up as you like, but get on that app, download it, see who's coming. There you go.
We got our Yap app here.
Thank you. Good job. Yep. Yeah, Michael and the
our
Apple
dispatchers.
team.
Great job, Michael.
Right.
Got that all set. Got our schedule in there. Know what's going on.
Yep.
So
we'll be able to
app.
share photos throughout the event. So we'll have tons of stuff going on in the app while we're down there.
And it'll be great because Friday with it being later in the afternoon, there's going to be a lot of key players here. We have a lot of key industry players here. The carriers. We have a lot of key players here. So there is a lot of room to be able to have special one-on-one cocktails, drinks. We are a good old boys network. Things happen over handshakes and a cocktail. So I've made, being in this industry for 15 plus years, that's how I've made the connections I have by attending this. So take advantage of it. There's a lot of people that will be having special little like get-togethers and stuff like that. Get yourself in it. Get to know these people, build your network, and it change your business. It changed mine years ago.
Yeah. And at this event, more than any other, everybody who is there is 100% accessible. Like if you want to talk to somebody, there's
100%.
no reason why you're not going to get the time with them that you want. And it doesn't matter how high or low they are on that totem pole, you're going to get time with them if you want it.
Agreed.
So
Now you have to get in line though. Chuck is very popular, so you
That's
better
true. That's true.
His schedule's filling up.
So, all right. So we've got our excursions and all these other things, and this year there's a very unique closing dinner.
Tell us
about that, Brittany.
So when we were early phases of this planning process, so I'm a Florida girl. We're up here in Jacksonville. And the first thing I said was, we need to do a yacht. What do we do to get one of these like Miami millionaire yachts? Well, Emily humbled me very quickly that level yacht may not be attainable. But I said, we're going to keep trying. Your girl wants to be on the water.
We don't have Richard Branson money.
Yeah. I realized quickly that, we can't talk about rates, but the rates aren't there for that.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's okay, because what we've done instead, though, is we found a 3-story, essentially a big yacht that's a dinner yacht, which is really exciting. So everyone's going to get to attend who has registered. It is large enough to hold 500 people. It will have a DJ with a dance floor, dinner, drinks. There's a big open section so we can stargaze, and just kind of, again, that last cheers, last hug with everybody before, the Sunday departures kick in. And it's going to just be a really special moment. When you get to be on the ocean front, like Emily described, and you think about, we're going to be reminded to Thursday night, right? We were beachfront, taking it all in with each other. And then we're ending it on the water, having dinner at sunset with music playing. It's just going to be a really special moment. And Brian, it's a big boat. The seasickness is going to be limited. I think
I'll take some Dramamine.
You can do.
We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do.
Stuff like that. Fine.
Yeah.
We've gone out deep sea and to swim with the sharks before, and that was difficult. But
this is not a deep sea dinner
Yeah.
cruise. Nope. This is an inshore, more comfortable.
So you're saying this, and I have to ask myself: is this like a ploy so that if Michael Gonzalez chooses to skip out on dinner early, as per usual, that he's going to have to swim to shore?
He will be. No, we are. Yeah. We're roping his wife to make us help get him onto this boat. Yes. No.
Oh, this is amazing. I love it.
Yeah, it's going to be
a great
really
strategy
special.
there.
Yeah, really, really special.
Sounds really cool, really exciting. That's a big boat. 500 people that it can hold. That's fantastic. Huge. Yeah, that'll be really, really interesting. Hopefully, we keep everybody on it.
Go ahead. No, I just want to say, yes, and I just want to say, everybody was asking about attire. This is not a black tie event. Nobody needs to wear a party dress or a prom dress. So our theme is tropical. So wear your favorite tropical attire, but it doesn't require a fancy sequin.
No suits. If you want to go full linen, go full linen. Do it.
So you're on a boat, get your flippy floppies on, and
get your flip
have a good time.
Yeah, I mean, we want you to be comfortable. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so thank you guys very much. This is a great synopsis of what's going to happen. It sounds like it's going to be one of the best ones I've attended, or the best one I've attended. So fantastic job on planning it. There's so many exciting things here. A couple of questions that I'm going to ask. I'll start with the first one, which is a group question. Then I'm going to ask the next one each individually. So what's the attendance look like for the event? How's that going?
So we are currently almost at 230 people. Wow. We are anticipating over 300, which is one of the biggest dispatchers attendances ever. People are very excited about this event. This year has been trying for a lot of people, and they are just anxious to get with their people and reset before peak kicks off. So we are anticipating quite a few people, well over 300 to attend, one of the biggest ones ever.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So if it is one of the biggest ones ever, and I through planning some of these things on my own, it's so hard to factor in with room blocks, how many rooms are you going to have, but you don't want to be on the hook for too many and all of that. So if it's an overwhelming number of people that have signed up, or a really impressive number, how are we doing on that room block?
So we are navigating it with grace with the hotel. We've had more people want to come in earlier than we anticipated. So we are making sure that we're able to accommodate everybody. But I will say that we need to sign up, and we need to sign up quick, because it is spring break down there, and the hotel will eventually just run out of rooms to be able to give us, because the hotel will be sold out. So right now we have some availability. So if you haven't signed up and you haven't reserved your room, I urge you, run. Please block in your room, because eventually the hotel will in fact sell out, and there will be nothing that we can do to add more rooms to a room block. They just won't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, that's exciting. Really,
So exciting.
Really well attended event. Like, you gotta love when you plan an event and your room block runs out, right?
I know.
You did something right.
And we're just seeing so many people that have not come in the last couple of years, looking at the guest list, that I'm super excited to spend some time with. People that I have not seen in years, that just have not been able to make it, whether they were at a different conference or just didn't come. So we have a very good variety of people that are showing up that have not been in a while. So it's super, super cool to see.
Awesome. All right. So the last question I'm going to ask each one of you, I guess maybe I'll put Chuck on the spot first. Just maybe your favorite memory or your favorite thing in general about this specific conference, the Dispatchers Conference. What's the best part of this for you?
Well, it's kind of a two-sided question, because honestly, been doing this a long time. Okay, and been to the old American Moving and Storage conferences. I've been to the old Household Good Forwarders Association of America, now the International Association of Movers. I've been to those conferences. Those conferences have value, but I've honestly said for 25 or 30 years, the Dispatchers has been the best bang for my buck. Yeah. The reason is we were dealing with owners and principals that made decisions, and it is an old school network, like Emily said. I mean, you meet people, you get to know them, they become friends, you work together, and you build your company. And so that's been very exciting to me over the years. What I'm excited about now is the younger generation, the Brittany's, the Emily's, they're wanting to grow this. You know, like Emily said, there's so many people that she hadn't seen for a while or she's never even met that are coming here. They're coming because of the ROI. They're coming because of the learning sessions. I can tell you, the old school group, there was a lot of people that wanted to keep it as a 2.5 day party.
Yeah.
But we understand that we need to evolve and to change. So we've added these learning sessions, which are attracting more people. All of us older generation, we can't continue to go, and we won't continue to go forever. So our younger management group, our younger principals need to start attending and meeting people and growing it. So we're hoping it's the most attended ever. And our goal is to attract more people to understand that there's big value here.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, Chuck. Emily, what's your favorite thing or your favorite memory or your favorite thing about Dispatchers?
I think it's the people. I think it's when I first started out a bajillion years ago, I was the newbie on the block, and you remember people by their email. And I remember when I met Angie Hodge, she works at All American. Mm-hmm. And the first time I met her, I was like, oh my gosh, you're Angie.Hodge at blah, 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 blah. Like, it was just fun to connect that and be like, oh, we talk on the phone 700 times a day. And we talk about your kids. You send me pictures when she was pregnant with her twins at the time. And I just remember that moment where I met her for the first time and it felt like home. It's such a weird feeling when you talk to people every day. They're like your best friends, but you've never met them. Talked to this girl for a year and like knew personal stuff about her and her kids and her family and, all of these great things. And when I finally met her, it was like, this is great. This is great. And like, I think that's my favorite is that I could go to any state in the United States and have a place to stay. Yeah. I could go to anybody's house and be like, hey, I'm coming to Utah. Like, hey, absolutely, you're staying here. And I've made friends, lifelong friends that you don't get at more fancy professional conferences. It's more business. This is more what your business is built on is the friendships and the relationships. And I value that so much because if I have a question, I lean on Brittany all the time. Brittany, don't don't think I'm stupid, but can you answer this question for me? And I call her and she's like, girl, I got you. And I can do that with so many people.
Yeah.
And it's because of this convention that has opened me up to that. So I'm grateful for the literal friends I've made.
Yeah, 100%. All right. I will say, let me tack on that. And then because I want to give Brittany the last word. But yeah, and with some of that, the people, I'll never forget my first dispatchers because everybody was so kind, and I knew some people, but not everybody. And I'd meet somebody, we'd talk, and they're like, "Do you know so-and-so?" No, I don't. They'd take me by the hand. You need to know them. You need to meet them. I'm going to go introduce you. And that happened 20, 30 times in that first one. And everybody was really kind and helpful and really incredible. So, all right, Brittany, I'll give you the last word.
I appreciate it, Brian. And to kind of spin it a little different, because I could repeat both Emily and Chuck verbatim with their answers. Mm-hmm. But I think to me too, we teased at the beginning that we have videos of Dan Bradley on a mechanical bull, right? I think it's also the opportunity to get to know people at a true personal characteristic level. We're not buttoned up in suits and ties. We're not on Zoom calls and having to watch everything that you say. You get a chance to learn true character. You said people took you by the hand because they cared. They wanted you to succeed. They want you to meet people to get you in the right spot. Chuck was completely right when he said principals are available. They make themselves available because they care. I mean, this convention is that. And for me, it's always been getting to spend time with our peers and our friends in a real sense, right? And being able to socialize and network with them like we're at home and like you're in my living room. And it's not this formalized thing. It's very much my gosh, I walked away from this, and in 2 months when I need to call you because my driver is stuck outside or the labor fell through, I feel like I know you and I have that connection with you. And it's just incredible. You laugh so hard, your cheeks are going to hurt. You take so many pictures. You just walk away with memories that we talk about for years. And like Chuck said, being able to compare it to other conventions versus this one. And it's just, there's so much memory to this, and there's so much passion behind this. And for those who are watching that don't know, it is the only convention right now in our industry that is put on solely by movers. We are volunteering our time to do this and put this on, and it's funded by movers, and it's because we want this and we crave this. So we come into this, all of us, all 300 of us, to make it successful.
Amen.
I mean, it's absolutely. The 48th year. It's something to be really proud of, that we're keeping it going for this long. And the chatter about the 49th and the 50th is already around the corner. So it's not going anywhere.
And we'll have our Gene Songer from Carlisle Van Lines that has been at every one since the first. And he will show up as cute as ever, talking about the good old days since the first one. So it's just to see somebody that has been to every single one of them. Doesn't happen at any other conference. No.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on and sharing all this with us. Really appreciate all of your time and all of your hard work to put this conference together. I guess I'll speak for the industry. We thank you for all the hard work, because we know it's not easy and it takes a lot of time. And you've put together a fantastic event. And so super excited to get out there and enjoy it.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, Brian.
See you in Fort Lauderdale, Brian.
Bring your sunscreen.
All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you for listening. We really appreciate you. Listen to the full podcast. I'd like to thank our guests for coming on and taking the time to be here. Emily, Chuck, and Brittany. Really appreciate them. They've got a wonderful event planned for you guys. So before you run off and book your tickets and book your hotel room to the event, make sure you click subscribe. And also remember, you can check us out on the audio only. Wherever you listen to podcasts, we're there. So check us out there as well. All right, so you've got a conference to register for. Now get moving.